So this is really exciting Xbox Series X stuff. I honestly, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be extremely stoked about this video, and also maybe a little bit disappointed, but in a good way, I guess. I don't really look at this as a bad thing. I look at this as Microsoft is at least keeping things interesting for fans, and that's never a bad thing. So I feel like fans are going to be into this in a big way. I know I am. I would absolutely love to be able to get something like this. Hopefully they can kind of get this kind of going in a direction that fans can kind of be excited for it. But again, I think that it's kind of be a situation with sort of mixed results a little bit. So I guess we'll have to kind of wait and see. But again, it should be a fun video nonetheless, and I'm curious to hear you guys' feedback too, because that's always fun, and that's always kind of an interesting part of doing these videos in the first place. So, what's up, everybody? I'm Crap Gamer. This, of course, is Crap Gamer Reviews. Please like the video. That's first and foremost. If you guys could like the video, it helps out tremendously. If you're already watching, go ahead and like it, and maybe consider subscribing. I do daily gaming content, so if you didn't know, now you know. And I try to be entertaining but informative as well. So kind of keep that in mind as we push forward. Now, this is interesting. You guys remember like how Xbox and even PlayStation, we used to get these like custom consoles, right? The 360 is probably my favorite example of this because there were so many awesome 360 custom consoles. And looking back at it, I'm kind of looking at things and I'm going, man, I wish that trend would have continued. Like the PlayStation 5 has the ability to switch out the plates, which is cool. The Xbox Series X, you can buy some of those wraps for it or whatever, like the metal ones that clip together, and those are okay. But, at the end of the day, I feel like, it's just one of those things where I miss those classic consoles, because I would buy more than one, right? Like I own multiple Xbox 360s, if you didn't know. Like I do, I just own a bunch of them. So I would love to be able to buy multiple current consoles. I mean, obviously they would have to be special editions or whatever, but this was really cool, seeing that as you guys know, Indiana Jones is coming to Xbox. One of my most anticipated titles. Like I'm finally excited for a game coming out this year. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has a December launch. Microsoft is holding a sweepstakes to win the fancy gold custom Series X console, which I think looks awesome. It pays homage to the whip-cracking, fedora-wearing archaeologist hero. Now, the console comes encased in an Indiana Jones-inspired puzzle box, which looks equally as awesome. And by solving the puzzle, you have a chance to win the treasure that resides within, to be in with a chance of winning the custom Indiana Jones and the Great Circle console, as per Xbox Wire, which I'll link this in the description. You'll need your way to make yourself to the Microsoft Experience Center in London, Sydney, or New York, where you'll find the indie display. Indiana Jones Puzzle Box will be on display from the 12th of November to January 6th of 2025, and solving the puzzle puts you in the sweepstakes for a chance to win the gold Xbox Series X and an array of other exciting prizes. If you can't make it out to the Microsoft Experience Center, there will also be the opportunity to win through Bethesda social channels. You can take a look. Actually, I'm going to link this so you guys can check it out. Obviously, the console looks pretty awesome. The gold and leather looking Xbox wireless controller, complete with bejeweled face buttons as well that are shiny. So this one looks really, really cool. I like the controller. I think it looks really cool the way they've kind of done this one. And yeah, I think it's maybe a missed opportunity to not sell stuff like this, like even in a limited quantities, sell 50,000 of them or something, I think that could, like, people would really be into that. Obviously, they're celebrating the highly anticipated release of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. They designed this custom console that pays homage to him, which is pretty cool. In any way. So this is really kind of cool that they're kind of doing this. If you didn't know, more than 350 hours of craftsmanship went into creating custom hardware and a puzzle box that invites you to embark on Indiana Jones's newest adventure. Forgotten ruins, Adamic puzzles, and hidden treasure awaits you and any adventure up to the task in this clever and challenging puzzles. Fans and families can visit the Microsoft Experience Center, like I mentioned earlier, solve the puzzle to be entered. Man, I wish it was just one of the Twitter ones where you can just retweet it or whatever, but whatever. The custom console and controller, if you can't make it to the Experience Center to solve it on your own, there will be another chance via Bethesda's social channel. So it looks like we're going to be able to have a kind of chance to do that. Encased in the puzzle box is a Series X console with a time-worn yet beautiful design, golden tinge and mirrors the allure of the puzzle featured in the game. In addition, there's also the wireless controller, which I think is the thing to resistance. Really cool looking stuff in my opinion. But yeah, listen, this is really cool. I really wish that we kind of had the ability to kind of get into these things as like a custom console or whatever the case may be, just because I feel like we miss out on these things, like that's honestly probably the one thing that I miss the most is that we don't get these consoles the way that we kind of used to. So I do feel like that's something that we could get kind of excited for as fans if that were the case. But still a cool thing nonetheless would be something that I feel would be an epic kind of bonus for fans along the way. Like I said, these things are always cool when you see people kind of excited about them and things like that. For me personally, like this might be right up there. Growing up, I was such a huge Indiana Jones fan. I feel like that was such a cool thing. And, to be clear, we don't have stuff like that anymore. It's like, look, I'm not talking about the newer ones or whatever the case may be. I feel like when it comes to like new stuff, I feel like for the most part, these companies don't know how to treat them. You know what I mean? Like they're so eager to make our old heroes look bad and look washed up and need help and all this kind of stuff. And I don't really subscribe to that stuff. To be completely honest about it, I've always felt like Indiana Jones was just this epic kind of adventure game. And listen, I get that people are maybe a little bit wary because it's first person or whatever. I actually don't mind that. I don't want it to be a Uncharted simulator. We already have Uncharted. We don't need another one in terms of from someone trying to just copy that or whatever. So I do feel like that is probably for the best. Like I'm definitely interested in it. The story looks amazing. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's probably going to be one of the best games of the year. So I do hope that that's sort of what can happen in the future. And is this something that's going to continue to push the competition and let there be competition? Yeah, I get that there's going to be a PlayStation version of this game, and that's okay. At the end of the day, whatever. I can understand Microsoft is kind of in this weird situation where they have to have various versions of the game in their games to make sure that people can kind of have stuff to play and and buy it. I think that's probably the most important thing is like you don't have people that actually buy these things. Like I think Game Pass has been sort of a hit and miss situation, meaning that people need to buy games as well. But I can understand that why they don't. It's like, it's sort of weird in sort of that kind of strange way or whatever. But I'm sure you guys have a certain take on this. How do you guys feel about the lack of the custom consoles these days? Is it something that you miss? Is it something that you guys wish that you had? I'm very curious because, like I said, we're all different. I feel like the custom consoles were cool back in the day because the consoles themselves would come down in price a lot, and we'd have these situations where they were pretty affordable. I think compared to now when like a lot of the custom stuff comes out and we see them and it's like $500-600 or whatever. I think that SpongeBob console was like $600 or $700 or something. Might have been the same price as the PS5 Pro. I don't know, but that's crazy to me. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on all of this though, because it's really important to get the feedback of the audience, and that's you guys. So I'm very thankful that you guys are here and watching the videos and all that kind of stuff. Please continue to do so. Like the video, share it out, tell everybody, and also maybe consider subscribing. You know, I know people kind of take that for granted or whatever, and or don't think that like liking the videos. That's I'm not asking you guys for money. I'm asking you guys to subscribe. You know, check out the videos. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback. That stuff is all important, and I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. With that being said, make sure you guys have a great day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, and I'll catch you guys next time. Crap gamer out.